Hey, Jeffrey.
What's going on? Corey, Eric,
There's a
Hi.
creepy dude over your left shoulder. Be very careful.
I got such a buzz off the paint right now. I'm just like, how are you guys doing today? Greetings from Vegas.
Very good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for talking to me about Painter.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. Eric, let's start with you. Obsession is the central theme for Painter, and your character is the target.
I am. By the way, you said you were calling from Vegas, and before we start, I want to tell you how much I appreciate the shirt you're wearing.
Oh,
Being that you're in Vegas. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm the Vegas Film Critic, so
Yeah.
I've got about 40 shirts that are all different kinds like this. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
cool. Thank you.
What was the question again? Sorry, it's early in Hawaii.
It's okay. You're about my 7th interview since 6 a.m., so I'm a little punchy myself.
There you go.
Obsession is like the central theme of Painter, and your character is the target.
Yes. I don't know where the question is, but I'll just go.
Well, I'm giving
yeah.
you a statement, and you're like, yes, he's obsessed. She's, subject of obsession. And
Yeah, he is. He's clearly the obsession of Joanne, and he is obsessed with not only his work but Ryan West to his detriment. It's a really good. That's a great word to describe the film, because it is a film of obsession on so many levels, and everybody in the film has their own that, of course, is working against them. And so it's I like that's a good way to put it, Jeffrey. I hadn't thought about that, actually, believe it or not.
And Corey, the world of fine art, to most, it's an exclusive insiders club. What experience did you have in this world to write about it?
It's funny. I've been talking about this so much. That exclusivity. I grew up the son of a sculptor. I have a lot of filmmakers in my family, cinematographers and painters and photographers. It never felt foreign to me, this world. I also have, most of my friends are artists, actors, dancers. So I've kind of always been embedded in it, and you can't help but, scour and skewer the things you're familiar with, when you are writing a psychosexual thriller. But I hope that people don't feel that art is should be something that they can't get into. And I hope that this movie kind of lets people into a world.
Well, it kind of adds to the mystique, because I feel it's such an exclusive club, fine art, so it kind of gives to the mystique of the film. I feel the movie feels like Sunset Boulevard, that classic film with William Holden. And, because Nora Desmond is obsessed with William Holden. He's a screenwriter. She wants to help him. She's got connections. And I feel there's a similarity in that, except it's fine art.
Of course. It was funny. Sunset Boulevard is something that just kind of filters into the cultural zeitgeist in such a way that I had never seen it. And then after presenting the first draft to a couple people who I let read a first draft, they said Sunset Boulevard. I watched it and I could not believe just the similarities, and that makes me happy. There's only so many stories we can tell, and it's all about how you tell it. So I'm glad to be a new, modern, updated version of Sunset Boulevard. I think that's rad.
And Eric, art is like movies and books. It's subjective, but it seems Joanne seems to think that Alice has merit and talent. Is he a genius, or is she nuts?
I think that's a great question that because it's art, people are gonna to kind of have to make their own decision on that. And art is one of those things, painting, acting, whatever the medium that the art falls, it is purely objective. And I think Aldist is very confident in his work. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and I think he relishes in having a fan. Who wouldn't? Certainly someone like him, but any artist having a fan is going to be fantastic. But then, obviously with that comes this stigma of this one fan. You start to wonder, is it just you? Because nobody else is buying my work. You're buying all my work. And he starts to second guess, his talent a little bit.
And Corey, what kind of challenges did you face for your first feature film?
You know, monetary time. We only had 16 days to shoot a feature film, which is ludicrous.
Very.
And
That's crazy.
And a very tiny budget. And it takes an incredible cast of extremely professional actors and a very talented crew to pull off such a delusional piece of grandeur, such as this movie. I'm so proud of the way it turned out, and I'm so thankful to everybody who put in literally blood, sweat, and tears for 16 days in a row, 12 hours a day.
Well, for a psychosexual theme movie, it's all up there on screen because it looked fantastic. The lighting, I mean, it looked like $1 million. It really did. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I have to give props to Gigi Malavasi, our brilliant director of photography. We just we love all the same movies and wanted it to look exactly how it does. And I'm so proud of that.
Well, it's in the world of painting, so you wanted to use your film as a canvas, maybe? Because I noticed the lighting and everything, it just seemed like a living picture.
Yeah, I did 800 storyboards before we shot the film as part of pre-production. When you have such a short schedule and when you have so little money, you can't be over-prepared. So I storyboarded out the whole thing, and we had to shoot every single storyboard to make this thing work, and luckily somehow we did it.
All right, Eric, first time director and Cory here. How did you do?
It was great. It was
good
great.
days and bad days, or
yeah, of course. I mean, I think there were good days and bad days, but you'll find that with a first-time director and a director who's done it for 30 years. I mean, that's filmmaking, right? I mean, that goes along with the territory. But you know, one thing, Cory, when I sat down with him before we started shooting and talking about the film, he was so well prepared. And he, you know, when I asked him or brought up things, suggestions that he, you know, didn't have answers to, he did shortly thereafter, and we attacked them. And he went out of his way to make sure that I felt comfortable in my process, because with such a short shoot, 16 days and everything he had going on, you know, I'm in every single scene of the film. And so I had to make sure that going into it that, you know, I was able to feel comfortable in the time frame that we had to be able to do what I needed to do to you know, produce. So, and he was lovely in that regard. And I will say also that Gigi Pierluigi Malavasi is an incredible talent. And he and his crew did a really fantastic job being there and painting this beautiful picture, but also not being there, which was really key in a film like this, not getting in the way, which a lot of times small budget, first time director can be a real hindrance.
All right, Cory, first time filmmaker. What was the first shot on the first day, and what was your last shot on the last day?
The first shot on the first day was Aldous coming in the gate to Joanne's mansion / demonic lair. And that was an easy one. And then I think our last shot, I want to say, was with Stocking Face and Aldous having sex in a minivan.
Was that the last day?
That scene, huh?
No.
I think it might have been the last shot.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Jail?
No.
Jail?
No, the last shot of the last day was us outside there saying goodbye after the party. He says, I'm LA drunk, I can drive. And then it was Stocking Face and me proposing to go have sex in her van. And that was the last shot.
Pre-coital,
not post.
Got it.
Or during.
He's not only the star of the film, he's also the AD.
That's right.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to remember all this stuff, Cory. Well,
Yeah.
guys, congratulations on a great film. I enjoyed it immensely. And come visit us in Las Vegas, and we'd love to have you.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
All right, good luck with the film. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.